The wild turkey has one of the most complex vocabularies of any game species in North America. Now, in order to effectively communicate with old, mature gobblers, you need the ability to create the widest range of tone and volume at a moment's notice. Now, you can do just that with the Quick Change Box Call by Illusion. The Quick Change Box Call allows you to change paddles in an instant. Quickly adjust from a raspy old hen to a young, aggressive hen. Illusion worked with the acoustic engineers at McPhearson Guitars to design one of the highest performing box calls ever made. Yelps, cuts, clucks, fly downs. You can do it all with the Quick Change. You can set up for long-range calling or set up for a nice soft finish. Illusion has teamed up with master call maker Mike Pentecost to produce one of the highest performing box calls ever made. The Quick Change has gone through rigorous field testing for over 5 years. Now, it's finally available to you.
I'm Mike Ducart, creator of the Quick Change Box Call. About 5 years ago, I was looking for ways to bring more performance out of a box call. And what I came up with was to build the full yelp into an actual box call where you go from the high to the low note, and the note completely closes off like a real hen turkey. Well, not only that, but then I came up with a concept of actually changing out the paddles so that you could sound like different hens. And that's where the Quick Change system was born. Now, the original Quick Change is a one-sided box call. It's really easy to use. You just close the paddle up on the box call, slide it to the wall, it'll do a complete yelp for you. Now, with the Quick Change system, you switch out your paddles and you can sound like multiple different hens. Well, the next phase was to come up with something that had a little bit more to it. And now I've worked with Woodhaven's owner Mike Pentecost, a master call builder, to come up with a two-sided design of the Quick Change. So let's see what Mike has to say about the new Quick Change technology.
We obviously manufacture and build calls. I like to put more turkey into a turkey call than anybody else can. That's kind of what I pride myself on. And obviously I'm a thinker and doer, but Mike Ducart is too. And I mean, he's bringing an idea that we can work on the box call to begin with, because right now a pot call is the violin, if you would, and the striker is the bow. The striker gets the sound out of the pot call. Same thing in reverse for the box call. We got a good box call body, and we use the Quick Change system to be able to put different lids on those boxes. We should be able to get it married up together, get a lot of hen turkey, and be able to make multiple turkeys out of one box. I'm excited about the opportunity to put marry those different lids onto one box call and see what that box call, how many hens I can make that box call sound like. The different high, the raspies, the clears, the deep old raspy nasty. I think we can do all of that with one box call and multiple lids with that Quick Change system. I think that's going to give us and the hunter the opportunity to carry an arsenal of turkey calls within one in the box call area, something that hadn't been done in the right way. Obviously, with the future of this technology, with it being here today, being able to put those different lids on one box call and having the multiple hens in one box call is going to be great. It's going to open up different avenues for turkey calling as we know it.
You know, in the past few years, we've had great success with the eastern species and the Merriam species of the Midwest. And so now we wanted to go down to the Southwest and find out how well that Quick Change worked on the Rios and the Goulds. So we got together with TV host Jim Miller with Tex-Mex Outdoors. And Jim's been hunting turkeys for decades. So let's see what Jim had to say about the Quick Change.
In the last 40 years, 50 years, I have used every box call you can think of. I mean, you name it, I've used it. Synthetic, composite, softwoods, hardwoods, cedar. You know, folks, finally I found a call that's perfect for me. And this is the Quick Change paddle box call by Illusion's Game Call Systems. This has revolutionized everything that I have ever done with turkey calling. I know I do a lot of turkey calling out of a ground blind. However, that being said, there's nothing like being ready to use your call when it's right there in front of you. You don't have 3 or 4 calls in your box, or you don't have 3 or 4 calls in your game bag. All you have is 1 call with 2 paddles, and that's what it takes. Opening day of turkey season here in 2011 in Texas, we went into an area where there was, had never even been there. We had no idea. And we set up the blind, and using my quick change box call, I was able to call in 2 different jakes and some hens. You know, to me, that's the ultimate, being able to call hens in. And the one thing that really was able to call that hen on was this here, a little purr and a cut. That cluck on it, that's deadly. So when you're calling and you're calling hens in, believe me, that's the ultimate. You know that you're on cue with the birds. We set up, and I called this gobbler in. Again, setting that bird up with my box call, using low sounds for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then went into a lost call, and this gobbler came running. He was coming full tilt, and he had his jake with him, and all he could think of is, somebody shoot me, somebody shoot me. 1 call. Quick change box call. That was the reason I was able to call that bird in. You know, one of the biggest things about new products, especially when I put my name on it, you got to question yourself, am I really doing the right thing? Is this going to be a product that I really like? And I can tell you without equivocation, absolutely, you will never, ever be disappointed with a quick change box call from Illusion's Game Call Systems. I'm telling you, the first time I picked it up and put it in my hand, it was like a glove. It fit, and the sounds that come out of it was what I needed. I'm telling you, you need to put this in your arsenal. It is the greatest call I've ever used.
Coming up next is some rare footage with a white-phased turkey. You're going to witness some real-time, up-close communication, and you're not going to want to miss it.
It's time to make a change. The Quick Change Box Call allows you to change paddles in an instant. Quickly adjust from a raspy old hen to a young, aggressive hen. You no longer need to change box calls to get the sound you're looking for. With the Quick Change, you can choose the right sounds for the right situation. You can set up for long-range calling, or set up for a nice soft finish. The Quick Change is not mass-produced. It is a handcrafted box call that is 100% made in the USA. Illusion worked with the acoustic engineers at McPhearson Guitars to design one of the highest-performing box calls ever made. No more trying to find that sweet spot on your old box call. The Quick Change was designed to give you that easy-to-find full yelp every time. Traditionally, the pot call has been the most versatile turkey call on the market because of its ability to change strikers for different sounds. Now, with the introduction of the new Quick Change system, you can use one box call to create unlimited vocalizations by simply changing paddles. Illusion has teamed up with master call maker Mike Pentecost to produce one of the highest performing box calls ever made. One Quick Change box call can replace 2, 3, or even 4 custom box calls, which would cost you hundreds of dollars. The Quick Change is available in the original, easy-to-use one-sided design or the new, advanced two-sided design. With this special TV offer, you'll receive the Quick Change box call by Illusion, complete with custom exotic wood paddle for those soft finishing yelps. Plus, you'll receive a second custom paddle designed for aggressive yelps and cuts. Along with this one-of-a-kind calling system, you'll receive Illusion's in-depth instructional DVD that teaches you how to communicate with turkeys. But wait, we're not done yet. We also include the patented call muzzle. The call muzzle keeps your Quick Change 100% noise-free, and it doubles as an easy storage device for extra paddles. Along with this highly rated calling system, we're going to include Shared Obsessions Entertainment DVD featuring the Massachusetts State Record Bird. This complete calling system packed with information is just what you need to close the deal this season. Order now while supplies last to get your first edition Collector Series Quick Change package for only $69.99 plus shipping and handling. Don't miss the chance to get yours today. Order now.
The outdoors brings lots of benefits to what I do. Not only do I get to go hunting, but I get to go out and study an animal's behavior and see how they react to some of the products that we develop. In this case, I'm going hunting with JJ, my son. JJ heads up all the video for Illusion. And we got some new prototype paddles that we're testing out. Not only that, but JJ's chasing his first tom with a bow. So let's see how it all works out.
Well, first 3 days of this hunt, we had a lot going on. We were trying a lot of decoy setups. We put out strutters, we put out hens, jakes. We were trying everything, trying to pull some stuff in. We ended up getting a lot of good footage of hens, jakes, and one tom that ran in on us, but we just didn't get the harvest out of that deal. But first 3 days, a lot of footage, and it was day 4 now. And out of the blue, these birds come popping out of that top fence line. I look up there, get the binocs up on them. It's 3 toms and 4 jakes, and I'm pretty pumped at that point. So these jakes are heading kind of towards us a little bit. The toms want nothing to do with it. They saw those decoys and somehow they knew after, getting hunted a couple weeks and getting blasted at for a while. So really we're not focused on calling those toms in right now, but we're really trying to get those jakes in there because we figure if we can get the jakes to come in, maybe it's going to get those toms jealous and they'll just come on in following or maybe be aggressive towards those jakes. So we start out with some fur clucking, some aggressive fur clucking. Threw a couple yelps in there every now and again, and the jakes started working our way pretty good. Once we started to call those jakes in and they started working our way, trying to sneak into our hens, those toms didn't want anything to do with that. They came right in on a beeline and they were going to cut those jakes off. I grabbed my bow, got ready, had the camera rolling. We're ready to rock on these birds. We got periscopes everywhere. We got jakes, we got toms. I'm not really sure which ones are jakes and which ones are toms at this point, but once they come up over the hill, you can start to see the beards and everything. The toms came up, a little more aggressive. They pushed those jakes right out of there, came right in behind our strutter decoy. I knew it was about to happen. I could tell they were pretty spooky right away, so I pulled back. First time I thought they were gonna leave, I let them have it. They flew off and we gave them a little bit of time and took a little bit of work to get them out of there, but all that hard work paid off. I ended up getting a pretty good tom, first archery tom with my bow.
When it comes to field testing, video is an invaluable tool. Well, we put the quick change in the hands of Brant Fox with Real Hunting and his team. So let's see what he had to say about the quick change.
One of the main benefits to the Illusion call, the quick change, is that you actually have 2 box calls in one. You have more of a raspy or deeper pitch that turns over a little bit slower, emulating an old hen call, and then you have the higher pitch that sounds more like a young hen. It's the best box call I've ever used, and this is coming from a guy that's turkey hunted for 25 years. The first chance that I had to personally use the quick change call was last year in the spring, early in the spring, hunting the hills of northeastern Nebraska. The wind was howling, 20 to 30 mile an hour wind every day, and the tactics that I normally use just weren't working. I couldn't reach the birds, I couldn't get the sound to them. And I actually had packed this along, and I wasn't sure about it yet, but I decided I was going to use it, and I started cutting on this call early in the morning and immediately had birds respond. The wind was blowing so hard I couldn't even really tell where they were coming from, so I just guessed, moved in a little the direction I thought they were coming from, got the bird to respond again, and the very first morning of the very first day of the season, I called in a big gobbler with this call. And I've been hooked ever since. One of the biggest hesitations for beginner turkey hunters is they're just intimidated by the calls. They put a mouth call in and they can't make the right sound, or they use a slate call and they can't get the friction just right. The great thing about the quick change call from Illusion, it's a call that's made for the beginner and for the professional hunter. It's just so easy to call with. Within 5 minutes and after watching the tutorial DVD, you're gonna figure this call out. One of the most important things to me is when I'm looking at products, and it really comes into play when I'm buying products, is where are they made and how are they going to perform. We've already covered this call is going to perform just to the highest standard, but more importantly, this call is 100% made in the USA. If for some reason I forget that I left this at home or in the truck, I will go back and get it. That's how valuable this tool is in the turkey woods.
Now we're going to head out east with the guys from Shared Obsession TV. Now this is a group of hardcore hunters that run around on state land and they hunt that whole East Coast. We got some quick change in their hands to see how they would do with the call. Well, guess what? They harvested the Massachusetts state record with it. So let's take a look at a few clips from their new DVD called Eastern Assault.
So it's the last day of the Massachusetts turkey season. We had a great year so far. I personally have had a great year, called in a lot of birds. We once again didn't know where the birds were and just happened to go to a piece of property we knew held birds earlier in the year. And this bird came in, and it was a bird I've been looking for years.
Oh, that's almost an inch and a half.
A beautiful, beautiful bird. 23 pounds even, 11-inch beard, and 1.5 inch spurs, and just really, really capped off a great season for us.
Now we're going to visit with Jake and Josh with Merce Outdoors. Now these two hardcore hunters won the Campbell Outdoor Whitetail Challenge on Versus TV using the extinguisher deer call. Well, last year we put the quick change box call in their hands, so let's see what kind of experiences they had with that.
Last year, I was fortunate enough to get the quick change in my hands. I got plenty of calls to my pro staffers. Out of my pro staffers, we went 8 for 8 last year, and we are really looking forward to this year to continuing our successes with the quick change. In addition to running ridges, which I love to do, getting that call out there, listening for birds off in a distance, the beauty of the quick change is in seconds I can have a different paddle on there and have it softer and have that bird come in and seal the deal, and that's what I really appreciate about the quick change. It was the last season on the last day in Wisconsin. We decided to pull out our bow and try to get our last kill on tape. We were fortunate enough to have the quick change box call with us. We let out a couple yelps. We had one shot gobble. We cut the distance within 50 yards, set up a blind, switched the paddle out, and then we started doing some softer yelps to bring that bird in even a little closer. So cut in within about 10 yards. My brother made a great shot. The bird ran maybe 15 yards, and we ended one of our most successful seasons going 8 for 8 with the quick change box call. I've had the opportunity to work with Illusion Game Calls products for a couple of years now. In my mind, they are on pace to be one of the leaders in the hunting industry. If I have the opportunity to get a signed copy of the original box call, it would be priceless.
Being able to communicate with dominant hens can really work to your advantage and have a big impact on your hunt. A lot of times that boss hen, she'll pull them toms away and she'll be the one that's bringing in everybody together with the assemblies in the morning. And to be able to understand that psyche and to be able to communicate with and interact with that boss hen is a real big advantage. Well, for the last 4 years, we came across an opportunity where we were actually able to study a boss hen and her behavior. And the reason we could identify that bird for years and follow her was that it was a white-faced hen and she was the boss hen. The next thing was we wanted to get up and close with her and interact and find out what her psyche was and experiment with products. In this case, it was the quick change. Find out what kind of sound that she reacted to. So the challenge was to pull in Little Silver, get her up close, and we did it. And we did it with a certain sound. She came in, was checking out the decoys. We got great communication going on here, good interaction, good footage, and it's just really exciting to take advantage of these opportunities when it comes to product development, and it's just exciting just to see a rare bird like that up close. So we decided to make a decoy, a silver decoy. We're going to challenge her. And we knew what calls were working with the new paddle, so we're going to challenge her with that. And guess what? It worked to a T. She came running in, we got her ticked off, and she brought in the rest of the flock as well. And these are the situations and the type of things that I really enjoy about what I do in product development. And because I know it's going to come back to help not only me and the people that I know, but it's going to help everybody who uses our product and everybody that we can give information to become more successful in the field. And that's truly what Illusion and the quick change technology is all about. You know, this research has been invaluable. It's allowed me to, I'm going to say, develop a new paddle series for the quick change called the Silver Series. It's a paddle that has specific sounds and pitches and turnovers that we use successfully to consistently bring in the boss hen. In this case, it was Little Silver. So that's a product line that we're working on right now, and I'm really excited about it and look forward to come out, the new Silver Series paddle for the quick change.
The Quick Change Box Call allows you to change paddles in an instant. Quickly adjust from a raspy old hen to a young, aggressive hen. The Quick Change is available in the original, easy-to-use one-sided design or the new, advanced two-sided design. You no longer need to change box calls to get the sound you're looking for. With the Quick Change, you can choose the right sounds for the right situation. You can set up for long-range calling or set up for a nice, soft finish. The Quick Change is not mass-produced. It is a handcrafted box call that is 100% made in the USA. Illusion worked with the acoustic engineers at McPhearson Guitars to design one of the highest-performing box calls ever made. With the introduction of the new Quick Change system, you can use one box call to create unlimited vocalizations by simply changing paddles, yelps, cuts, clucks, fly downs. You can do it all with the Quick Change. Small in size, the Quick Change is the perfect call for that hardcore hunter. No more trying to find that sweet spot on your old box call. The Quick Change was designed to give you that easy-to-find full yelp every time. Illusion has teamed up with master call maker Mike Pentecost to produce one of the highest-performing box calls ever made. One Quick Change box call can replace 2, 3, or even 4 custom box calls, which would cost you hundreds of dollars. The Quick Change has gone through rigorous field testing for over 5 years. Now, it's finally available to you. With this special TV offer, you'll receive the Quick Change box call by Illusion, complete with custom exotic wood paddle for those soft finishing yelps. Plus, you'll receive a second custom paddle designed for aggressive yelps and cuts. Along with this one-of-a-kind calling system, you'll receive Illusion's in-depth instructional DVD that teaches you how to communicate with turkeys. But wait, we're not done yet. We also include the patented call muzzle. The call muzzle keeps your Quick Change 100% noise-free, and it doubles as an easy storage device for extra paddles. Along with this highly rated calling system, we're going to include Shared Obsessions Entertainment DVD featuring the Massachusetts State Record Bird. This complete calling system packed with information is just what you need to close the deal this season. Order now while supplies last to get your first edition Collector Series Quick Change package for only $69.99 plus shipping and handling. Don't miss the chance to get yours today. Order now.
The Quick Change box call is definitely a product that I won't go into the woods without. But there's another call that I always have in my bag, and that's a competition grade pot call that Illusion came out with. This call was designed to compete at the NWTF Grand National competition. Not only did it perform, but we finished in the final 5 multiple times. Now, what do I mean by a competition grade call? Well, it has a very big acoustical advantage over an average slate or pot style call. And we've designed it so that you'll get that high pitch in one area and you'll get a low pitch in another area. And when you turn that yelp over, it has a frequency on that turnover that's almost a snap that we can't even record with our microphones. It's so intense. But if you hear it in real life, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, not only does this call perform at the competition level, but it absolutely performs in the field. We had a bunch of birds that was early season, and we took advantage of that using the pot call and the quick change box call. The birds were up in the trees. It was, like I say, early season, so they were grouped up. And it's really tough to break toms off those situations. So what I did is I started doing some small talk once I realized they were awake and they were getting ready to go on the move. And I was trying to assemble these birds to me. Now, the toms tend to hang back in groups and the hens are still grouped up. So what I did is I identified what hen seemed to be the lead hen, and that's the one that I picked out, and we started having a conversation back and forth. And I tell you what, I really got that bird worked up. It got to the point where her and I were going back and forth. We were talking. She was coming in right in the area where we wanted, and we knew that if we could bring her in, that we could bring the rest of the group in and have them assemble around us. After I got her going, then the rest of the hens started moving through. We got the whole group to come through, and then it was just a matter of time. Here they came, those big toms. Had a great opportunity to watch them come through, and I was fortunate enough to take one. That just shows you how effective that having the ability to change your sounds, your tones, your frequencies is a huge advantage. The Illusion Competition pot call is a great addition to the quick change box call. This deadly combination is definitely going to make you more successful in the field, and it's a must-have for that hardcore hunter.
This custom calling package is valued at over $75. But if you order today, it can be yours for only $39.99 plus shipping and handling. Illusion's custom slate pot calling system comes with a free in-depth instructional DVD and a custom-cut diamond wood striker. The Illusion custom pot call is the perfect match for the quick change box calling system. You will be amazed at the craftsmanship that goes into each and every one of these hand-tuned calls. Log on to thequickchange.com to order your new calling system. Quantities are limited this season. Order yours today, and you will not regret it. thequickchange.com